டிகிரி வேணும்ன்ற அவசியமே இல்ல.
Radhe Radhe Ananya ji, how are you? Good evening, Varun. What are the wealth-giving nakshatras? Does Saturn in Rohini gives wealth? Wealth-giving nakshatras are Rohini, okay, Purva Falguni. Rohini, because it falls into the middle of Taurus sign, Purva Falguni is all about money, finance, plus this Dhanishta, the Shravana and Dhanishta, like peak of your financial success. Right, these are like main wealth giving nakshatras. Saturn in Rohini means like wealth in long duration. Means person has to persevere for long duration, then he will have the wealth coming to him. So Saturn in Rohini can give wealth in long time, but for long time. Means when it gives wealth, that wealth stays with him. So in that matter, in that manner, like Saturn in Rohini can be giving wealth. It won't give the quick wealth, but it will give the wealth which is there to stay with you, for sustain with you for a long time. Thank you. How do we find out the physical appearance of someone? Is it possible? No. From astrological chart, it is not possible because lots of children take birth at the same time. Okay. Uh, as we are discussing right now, many Cancer ascendant will be taking birth in African countries. After some time, many Cancer ascendant people will be taking birth in the China, Japan, and all that. So largely your physical appearance is seen from your ethnicity, not from your like chart. Okay. Mm. Your spiritual views on ignorance is bliss in the context of choosing not to read world news and rather focusing on your life and your spiritual journey consciously. Ignorance is bliss in the context of choosing not to read world news. I feel that we should be aware, okay, understand. World news or national news and all, we should be aware what is going on, but in a different perspective. Okay, so I will just say my perspective. Whenever a news is spread and reaches up to me, I think what is the benefit of the person who has spread this news to reach out to me? Okay, like if this news has reached out to me, what is the benefit of that person who has spread this news? I think about this rather than thinking about the news. So if a news channel is providing a news to me, I will think what is the benefit of that news channel or the source from where the news has come. Okay, that will give me idea that maybe what type of reactions they want me to show, what type of responses they want me to show, so that I can like mold my behavior accordingly. I am not the person who will say ignorance is the bliss. Ignorance is never the bliss. Awareness is the bliss. Okay. Pure consciousness is the bliss. Okay. Ignorance can never be the bliss. But uh, reading world news or national news and whatever news, okay, just read them to become aware and just see what the person who has spread the news want you to do as per that news. I will be concerned about that, what type of action, reaction or responses they are expecting from me when I read this news. I will be like thinking about that. Okay, so, or what is the benefit of that source which has spread this news? Okay. Especially in this day and age where we are going towards AI, artificial intelligence, and we can already see the misuse which is already happening or going to happen, and our life will be controlled by AI in a like most definitive ways. We have to be like extra careful about what we believe in, what we don't believe. Okay, we cannot believe in just like that because you have got a link on your WhatsApp, or you have seen a video on YouTube, or you have watched a news on TV. and you see some like videos there, anything can be created. Okay, so we have to be like extra careful going forward on what we believe or what we don't believe. It is better not to believe in anything. Okay, anything which is not your experience, anything which is spread online and all, it is better not to believe. So AI can be very helpful in making people conscious if we see in this way. Okay. Okay, any further question, or this was enough for the day? Osho was always like in favor of vegetarian food and not much in favor of like non-veg food. As I said, like in that video which I posted about veg versus non-veg, most of those views are Osho's views only. That like non-veg should be taken only when there is no other option available for survival type of thing. Okay, otherwise vegetarian food is like good enough for people. Okay, also it is like when you are eating non-veg food, you are letting the tamasic energy come inside your body or inside your being, which is going to hinder your spiritual progress. So this is also why we should prefer like vegetarian food. It is not that a person who is eating non-veg food cannot have like a spiritual awakening or like a spiritual growth, but the journey will be like little more difficult, unnecessarily difficult, he says. Okay. So that this is why like vegetarian food should be like pursued. Right, same thing with alcohol or any kind of intoxication. Because again, the main thing is that all these things are increasing your tamas. Okay, if we consume alcohol, what is the result? Like you get dizziness. Okay, you get dizziness, you get sleepy and all. So that is where unconscious, I should say, not sleepy, unconscious. So that is like increase of tamas energy. Again, it is like a hindrance for your spiritual growth forward. Jai Shri Krishna. And, finally, Saturn in 12th house given me foreign travel in Sadesat of ending first phase. Good job. Enjoy your travel. Delay hard work, perseverance. Saturn. Yo. Moth and fly. This can be interpreted in many ways, moth and fly, like theory versus practice. Okay. Someone is like interested in theory and someone is like going towards the practice, that is moth and fly. Another like the way the story begins is like and the moth, sorry, fly tells that we look like you. Okay, we can also fly and all that. So it is about outer appearance. Outer appearance can be very similar of a like a spiritually awakened person and otherwise a normal person. Okay, outer appearance can be very similar. So we can relate with that also, that don't go by outer appearance of the person. Also, it is about like the one who is into like theory part. Okay, the like collection of information. Okay, and one who is like going really in like practice. So like the priest part, the theory part, and the one who is actually practicing the spiritual side. Okay, so that is also the like distinction we can make from that story. It is a beautiful story. Can retro Mercury make an individual very conscious about their speech? Should become. Like person should be like very conscious. All these things like astrological things are like should be. Okay. In retro Mercury time period, we should be more cautious about our communications, what we are saying, what we should not be saying, and all that. About our plannings, strategies, agreements, disagreements, contract signing, and all. We should be more cautious. Okay, that is what Mercury retrograde transit shows. Right, no questions. Then we can close. Exalted Saturn in the fourth house as the ruler of the second, seventh, and the eighth, and directly opposite to exalted Sun in the tenth house, being the ruler of the second, seems like a classic conflict between a spouse and family. Yes, it is. It is like Duryodhan and Bhim standing in front of each other. Why you are so happy about it? Initially, Sun and Saturn together give low confidence. Initially, like when the child is growing up to teenage or in the early 20s. But when he faces more issues, more challenges in life, things can be better. Just found it fun. Great. Kindly share Ascendant wise prediction for year 2025. Your insights are more useful. I will try to make uh, for for all the ascendants. What is today? 14th, maybe in the coming week. Once I finish this, like 12th house, once houses are done, then we will try to make like situation like this videos related with 2025, where focus should be rather than would be. Mm, Rahu in Revati versus Venus in Revati. Which placement would be more spiritually in tuned? Venus is exalted, but Rahu in Pisces also has a spiritual tone to it. Which planet placement indicates more awareness? I will rely on Jupiter's position now. Okay. Wherever Jupiter is placed. If Jupiter is in good dignity, then maybe both of them. Initially, it can be like Rahu in Pisces person can be like confused the tug of war between materialism and spirituality, but eventually he may find it. more peace in a spiritual side. uh, this Venus in Revati person, if there is no malefic impact and Jupiter is in good dignity, then I will think that okay, it is much better in comparison to like Rahu in Pisces, because this person may be like service oriented from very beginning of life, maybe. Okay. But like where Pisces becomes like a difficult sign is where it is just about imagination, utopian dream, and all. What will be result for Saturn transit Pisces? I think Pisces. For Virgo ascendant, it is like seventh house transit, so relationship life, there can be some challenges and all frustrations. So person has to deal with it. If the person is in business, they should be like persevering with their business. If person is starting business, they should have a long term plan for their business. Around January, I will post a detailed article on Saturn transit in Pisces that will be more helpful, because it is happening in March. So I don't think that it makes any sense of posting it now. Does the fifth house planets and its ruler demonstrate the parenting styles of an individual? We can say so, especially with the first child. Okay. The way I approach my first child is like from fifth house, fifth lord position. Okay. The way I approach my like second child, that may be seen from like this seventh house. Seventh Lord Jupiter in Ashwini Nakshatra, what will be the result? Partner can be in healthcare related field, or partner can be a guide, counselor kind of situation. Uh, it is also like metaphysics. The person can be very much, person or his partner can be very much interested in metaphysics, occult side of life. But healthcare is prominent field with like Ashwini Nakshatra. It is also uh, like veterinary doctor and all. That is also seen from Ashwini. Okay. Uh, in some cases, it can bring twin children also, because Ashwini Kumars are twin horse gods. So twin children is also a possibility. Is is that the same with marriage too? First marriage seventh house, second marriage is ninth house. No, it is for me. A relationship is always the seventh house. You attract the person opposite to first house. Many people consider seventh house as first marriage, second house as second marriage, third marriage is ninth house, like this. But I consider only seventh house as first marriage. Why I consider seventh house as second child is like second child is younger sibling of your first child. Okay, first child is seen from the fifth house, so third from the fifth is seventh. So that's why second child is younger sibling of your first child. That is why seventh house. How is but in spouse case it cannot be there, right? Not necessary. My second partner is younger sibling of my first partner. That would be a horrible thing. Okay. Uh, how is Jupiter in Ardra? Also, how is Ardra Nakshatra natives? Let's say someone ascendant in Ardra. Ascendant in Ardra means life path is going through some major transformation. Jupiter in Ardra means person can be in healthcare related field. They can like get knowledge related with medicine or technology, and they can get into that field. It is unfair to judge a person through their chart, especially with such little information. How are Ardra Nakshatra natives? It is very less information to say anything about a person. Okay. So I will refrain from making such judgments. It is just that their life path can see through like many different changes. No comment on anyone's personality, traits, characteristics, and all. Nothing. It is too little information. Also, what combination science nakshatra represent a career in cyber security? I have written detailed articles on many different professions. I think I have written on IT field and all. And those articles will help you. Cyber security, I think, Scorpio sign should become important. Scorpio and Aquarius. These signs plus nakshatra wise Sadbhishak. Uh, like very secretive nakshatras are like Kritika, secrecy was around Bharani. These nakshatras can be like very important. Okay, so but you will get detailed information on those articles which are related with different professions. Uh, Ankita ji, how are you? Rahu in ninth house in Aquarius sign. Does this placement support luck? Yes, Aquarius is sign ruled by Saturn. So in initial life, the person may not feel that much lucky or fortunate, but as he grows up and he starts seeing things from broader perspective, from their 30s or mid 30s, they start seeing like luck or fortune in their side. Uh, for Aries ascendant, how is retro Venus in Vishakha? In Libra sign in seventh house works. Okay, so for business purposes, it is excellent. Venus is in own sign, plus it is ruler of like second house of wealth. So wealth from business and all, but when it comes to relationship, is split. Okay, Vishakha is four branches, so they can find some split in their relationship. Okay, they may not feel connection. They can be like disputes, conflicts, disagreements, differences of opinion, or actual separation. Okay, for any reason whatsoever. Rahu is in fifth house and its lord is in 12th. How will it affect the native? Rahu is in fifth house and its lord is in the 12th. I don't know what is the ascendant. I don't know what is the sign involved in the fifth house, and I don't know what is the sign lord. I am just giving very generic interpretation. Rahu in the fifth house can make someone very much about their child or childbirth and all. So child becomes very important, and its lord going into the 12th means child is going away in foreign lands for their education or whatsoever. So this is why like person may have this sulking feeling that my child is away. Second thing, fifth lord is going eight houses away. Okay, so it shows like transformative relationship with the first child or transformative relationship in love romance matters. Mm, I'm fine, thank you. Puru Bhadra also represents separation like Vishakha, right? It is also like a split in the meaning of like two-faced person, a person who has two faces. Okay. Uh, then for Aries ascendant, how is Parivartan Yoga between Capricorn, Mars, and Saturn in Scorpio? Uh, Works, how this Parivartan Yoga work. This is not a very strong Parivartan Yoga because like Saturn and Mars both are malefic planets. Plus, Mars is in good dignity, but Saturn is losing the dignity. So it will work. It will give the result, but only in later life, from mid 30s onwards, this person can have much better results from this Parivartan Yoga. But in early life, they can find lots of frustration. This They may have this feeling that nothing works without any extra effort and all. From mid 30s and onwards, they are just used to that hard work and perseverance. How to know if my Rahu is positive or negative in chart? I have Rahu in fourth house with Jupiter, Gemini sign, Pisces ascendant. I think we have discussed this question many a times. Rahu, Jupiter in fourth house, Gemini. Fourth house is home, private offices. Gemini is your own business communication. Rahu Jupiter means focus there. If you focus on your own business and work from your home or private office, then it will be a great position. If you are not doing anything related with that, then you will feel it is a negative position. No planetary placement is positive or negative on its own. If we are doing something related with that planetary placement, it is good. If we are not doing anything related with that planetary placement, then it is bad as per our thinking. Namo Narayan. Namaskar. I am a Virgo ascendant person. My first and 10th Lord Mercury, along with the 12th Lord Sun, is placed in the 10th house Gemini. Great. And 6th Lord Saturn is in 6th house. Great. Will I get state finance? 10th house is government. So when 10th Lord is in the 10th house along with the Sun, it is good placement for gaining some support or benefit from the government or authority figures. So if you go into like Mercury Dasha, Sun Dasha, and transits are also going into that direction of 10th house, you can expect some support or gains coming from the government. Considering I am not giving any prediction, I am just giving the conclusion as per the information available. I haven't seen the whole chart. I don't know your dashas, nothing. Okay. As per this much information, I am saying that. Saturn in Jeshta, I have seen the most control freaks with this placement. Good job. Venus in Punarvasu Nakshatra, Padha 2 for Virgo ascendant. Also conjunction with Mercury in Ardra. Okay. What will be the result? Venus Mercury in Ardra. Ardra is in, you have it is in Gemini, right? Virgo ascendant, so it should be in the 10th house. So Venus Mercury together in Ardra Punarvasu Nakshatra. Again, I don't know about the whole chart, but uh, largely it is like very good for any counseling related work. Okay, someone who can like counsel people who are going through rough time. Ardra is like rough time. Punarvasu is return of the light, return of the hope. So someone who can be a counselor, guide to the people, teacher to the people, guru kind of personality. Also, it is very good for financial nature of work, Venus Mercury together. Okay. Do you follow Lal Kitab? Do you think Lal Kitab is correct? I don't follow Lal Kitab. It doesn't mean Lal Kitab doesn't work. I'm just saying I don't have any experience on that. Okay. So ask someone if Lal Kitab works or not, who has experience on that. I'm currently in clerical cadre in state judiciary and preparing for state civil service, mainly for state finance service. Great. Again, I can help you only when I see the whole chart and all that. I cannot help you like this in 1 minute session. These sessions are only for conceptual questions, not for predictions. I don't understand which Anamsha is most correct. Don't like there is something that whichever system works well for you, that system is good for you. Okay, understand like this. Let me make you understand through my example. Like I am in this profession for like 10 years now. Okay, so I have developed a system for myself. I have developed my tricks and techniques. I have developed, okay, fine, this Anamsha, this thing I need to see for career consultation, that thing I need to see for relationship consultation. uh, Now this tricks and techniques have given me the results in 10 years. Now it is very difficult for me to change my system, because if I change my system, I change my tricks and techniques, I have to start from the scratch. So the system which I follow, the Anamsha which I follow, is perfect for me, but I cannot say it is perfect for everyone. Okay, so don't get into this thing that which Anamsha is perfect. See which one is giving you the best result over a long period of time. Okay, this I am saying from an astrologer's perspective. Okay, if you are an astrologer and if a particular Anamsha has given you the good result over a long period of time, continue with that. Okay, don't change it. That Anamsha is working for you. Okay, eventually all systems get aligned with each other. Where we get into mistake is that we take 10% of this system, 10% of that system, 10% of this system. This is where the mistake happens. If you go towards one system, go completely towards one system. If you want to follow KP astrology, follow all the concepts of KP astrology, then forget Parashara completely. That don't bring Parashara in like consideration. Okay, so this is what people jump from this system and that system. Okay, 10% of my desires are getting fulfilled from tropical, 20% of my desires are fulfilling from Parashara, 30% of my desires are getting fulfilled from Gemini astrology. People do this is wrong. If you find Gemini more effective for you, go towards Gemini, the whole system. Then forget about Vimshotri Dasha, then follow Chara Dasha. This is what I wanted to cover. Anyways, it is a long discussion. I will send you one article that may help you. Case. Can gender of a child predicted based on parents' chart, or is it a myth? I never went into this detection, because in with some people this information is misused. Okay, so I don't want to get into any situation where I have this regret of giving information to people who are unworthy of that information. So that is why I never looked into this. It can be detected. I'm not saying it cannot be detected, just that I didn't get into this various system. So Ramya ji, this link will help you. Okay, various systems. Anyways, let's come back. Understand which Anamsha is most correct. Right? This is done Can you please tell me which Anamsha is correct? Is it Lahari or KP or Raman or what? I follow Lahari, it worked for me. This article which I posted can help you. Mars in Jyeshtha in 10th house for Aquarius ascendant result for native. Mars is ruler of the third and the 10th and sitting in the 10th, so it shows authority, recognition, fame is coming from self efforts. Okay. Person should be in their own business. This business can be related with the research oriented side of life. Uh, Lots of major transformations, changes, uh, relationship with authority figures can be very difficult when Mars is in Scorpio in the 10th, but person will be very driven towards high authority as if Jyeshtha is involved. Thank you so much, sir. Virgo Lagna Moon in Revati in the 7th house. What type of spouse will I get? Please read through my articles. I don't feel marriage and astrology has any connection with each other. Marriage remains a social institution. It has no relevance with astrology as such. Mars in Jyeshtha, this is done. Mm, right. Jupiter in 8th house. What will be the result of Jupiter Mahadasha for Virgo ascendant? Jupiter gives the best result if you work like a Jupiter guru. So get into any profession of knowledge sharing, guiding, and counseling. That will give the best of the result. Okay. Right. Thank you. Why is being Manglik considered bad for marriage, and why non-Manglik people told not to marry with Manglik people? Is Mars in 12th house a strong Manglik person? Manglik is like aggression. Mars represents aggression and dominance, control, struggle. So Manglik, they say that it causes lots of aggression, dominance, control, struggle in the relationship. It becomes more difficult when Mars is losing the dignity. So Mars in the 7th house itself is not a big problem, but if Mars is in 7th house in Virgo or Gemini or Cancer, that is like a bigger problem when it also loses the dignity. So that is why like Manglik is considered as difficult, but there are many placements which are difficult for relationship. Bhrigu Bindu in 5th house. Thanks a lot. You're welcome. Okay, so Mars Manglik thing is one of the last thing I will see for relationship matters, if relationship is going to be good or not. There are thousands other things which can impact the relationship likewise. Uh, Bhrigu Bindu in the 5th house in Abhijit Nakshatra, what way it will affect my life? It is telling you to gain highest of the authority recognition. Okay, that is it. Now it depends on where Saturn placed. Gemini is sign of communication. My friend has three planets, Sun, Moon, Mercury in third house, but he is bad in communication. Even Hindi also not is speak properly. How the combination not working? Again, the third house, I'm not sure whether it is in Gemini, but let's assume it is in Gemini. It's still like third house is Opacha house, which brings better results from 30s onwards. So till 30, this person need to work on his communication. Then he will get the better results from his communication. Radhe Radhe Mansha ji, how are you? What would be what would an unreflected Venus in the 7th house under Taurus sign mean? It means a good amount of money coming from the business masses. If this person gets into any business or finance, wealth, assets, conveniency, or even like service oriented business, then this person can gain a lot. Creative business. So Venus also rules the 12th house, so spirituality, occult mysticism, hidden matter, psychology. These kind of like counseling work can also bring good amount of money for the person. Hmm. Thank you so much. I have read many of your articles, and that also helped me a lot in my astrology related studies. So today I'm feeling myself lucky that I get a chance to talk to you. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm happy you could connect. Okay. Mm, Mars Ketu in seventh house in Aquarius in Sadvishak Nakshatra, uh, and Saturn in fifth house in Mula. Does it mean major problems related to seventh house? Yes. And this for this person, like sustaining a relationship can be very difficult because Ketu is in the seventh house, Mars is in the seventh house, even seventh lord is a malefic planet, and it is also in Mula, like very difficult placement. Lots of perseverance is required. But in business matters, things can be like much better. Okay, if the person perseveres. Interesting what you said about the lack of relation between astrology and marriage. Why is that? Every astrologer I see doesn't think that in that way. Would you elaborate? Okay. So here is the rant again. Okay. So if you just see the basic reasons why we get married or why we say no to marriage to someone. Okay. The the basic reasons. Suppose I'm looking for like marriage and all, I'm looking for alliances and all. What will be the reasons why I may say yes or why I may say no, considering our society? I'm not saying I will say yes, no because of this reason. I'm saying like 90% people, 99% people say yes or no because of these reasons. What are the reasons? Caste, language, religion. Reason, bank balance, property, face value, foreign visa, all these things we say yes or no. Okay, fortunately none of these reasons are astrological reasons. In my experience, I didn't get any astrology book which says that if a guy doesn't have a car, don't marry to him, or if a girl is not of fair complexion, don't marry to her. That's it. All these reasons are social reasons. Your society decides your marriage. Your astrological chart never decides your marriage. You say yes or no because of your social criteria. You never say yes or no because of someone's chart. You say yes or no for the package around the person. You never say yes or no to the person. If the same package is removed, you will say no to the same person. Okay. So this is what I am saying. And this package can change as per the society. In 1990s, in the same Indian society, in the place of car, there was a scooter or bike. People were saying yes because of bike. Now it has become like a car. Maybe sometime 30 years down the line, it will be a helicopter. Okay, but the astrological rule doesn't say so. You change your society, your rules for marriages change. In Western society, it is important that guys should not be in the weapons or drugs. Now, again, there is no astrological rule which says if a guy is in drugs, don't marry to him. Okay. Till date, it never happened that a guy has told me that he wants to marry a girl who is going through Venus Dasha, or a girl has told me that he wants to marry a guy who is going through Jupiter Dasha. It never happened, and it will never happen. So, when your criteria are social, non astrological, why to bring poor astrology in between, and why to blame an astrologer for your messed up relationship life? You have chosen that person. because of your social criteria, not because of astrological criteria. That's it. Thank you. Mm. For Aries ascendant D1, Saturn in Scorpio in Anuradha Nakshatra 8th house, and in D9, Saturn is exalted in Libra. How this work? Work for yourself. Saturn in Scorpio in the 8th house. Okay. It is about business from both the charts D1 D9. Madam, I am not looking at people's chart. You can ask conceptual question. Neha, madam. Okay. Will I get selection in Bihar PSC and all that? Okay. I'm not looking at chart. I'm just looking as responding to conceptual questions. If you have any conceptual question, you can ask. What about married life? Could astrology predict the quality of your married life? Astrologically, we can see what type of challenges which can come in relationship life. Again, I will never use the word marriage. Okay, I will only say relationship. Okay, that is the main thing. So we can see the challenges in relationship life and what are the ways both partner can improve their behavior and can sustain their relationship. Okay, so this is what we can see. Last question in my Navamsha chart, 7th Lord and 5th Lord have exchanged. Again, sir, I am not into marriage and astrology as said. Okay, marriage as a social institution has no connection with astrology. Navamsha has nothing to do with marriage. Navamsha is the chart of your right life path. Maybe you are very new to the channel or new to my website. Just check my relationship related articles and you may not find the need to ask these questions again. For spirituality, for Aries ascendant, Jupiter in Purvabhadra Pada in Purvabhadra Pada in Aquarius in 11th house. How it is for spiritual pursuits. Spiritual awakening may happen, awareness may come later in life because it is in Saturnine sign. Person can be very good teacher, guide through new age technology like YouTuber and all, but it may happen later in life. Dear and Venus in Cancer ascendant, Mercury in. Okay, what is the question around? Marriage is a joke. Good job, Ananya ji. Two unhealed people going into some relationship expecting their partner will fix everything. Good job. Osho says this thing. Two people seeking love from each other is like two beggars asking money from each other. Okay, this is the best way I can explain. What Ananya said is also correct. Uh, and that is why like relationships are messed up from every part. Okay, and people are dragging their relationship. Okay, anyways, let's close for the day. 1 hour. We'll meet next week and we will have another session. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Bye.